What's going on? This is Cody, and it is pouring down the rain. You really can't hear it on the outside of the truck because it is not at the very second. Right now it's just a drizzle, but it has been pouring since the second I got up this morning. So once again, in usual fashion, we are getting out extremely late. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but it is cloudy. It is cool. We have severe thunderstorms on the way. I hear fish bite really good before a storm, and I hear they bite really good in the rain. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to head to the lake. I've got my rain gear. I've got my waterproof boots and I did this, but I really mean three fishing poles. We're going to try and catch some bluegill and try and catch some bass and try and beat this rain as much as possible. The main reason I'm trying to beat the rain is because only one of my cameras is waterproof and the one that you're on right now is not. That all being said, let's get to the lake. Let's get some poles in the water. It's about a 15-minute drive. I will see you then. Okay, so after about 10 minutes of screwing around at the truck, I now have everything ready to go. It's about it's a walk now. It's about a quarter mile. It's a long little walk. I am trying to hustle because I know I said we're going to be trying to catch bluegill, but we are in a bit of a rush here. I just checked the radar and I have probably, well, tell you what, we'll drop those. I'll show you. I'll let you be the judge. So I don't know how well that's going to come up on camera, but according to the radar, I have about 20 minutes for a little bit of rain. We've got a toxic newt on a 4/0 Guggen Squad, whatever hook, and a 1/16 ounce weight. There's some guy in a house over there making fun of me for filming myself fishing and wearing this jacket. Thanks, man. Subscribe to Terrible Fishing on YouTube, and I will do more fishing at your lake. I cut my tag end off, so let's just see what we get here. All right, so it sucks we had to put the DJI away, and the microphones. However, I have got a lot of money invested in that stuff, and I do not want them getting wet and ruined as much as that cast sucked. Drag it along the rocks here. Okay, we were looking that way. I didn't realize that, well, I forgot. We'll put it that way. Then I had pants on. I don't ever wear pants. So here I am stepping in this water with, yes, rubber boots on, so my feet are not going to get wet, but they will get wet later because I'm wearing the off-road Crocs, but they're in the truck. So, yay me. The hydrilla is awful. Okay, so nothing on the toxic newt so far, but that doesn't mean anything. We're going to move down a little bit. We'll leave some of our stuff there. We'll move down just a little. There are ambush points. We're going to let that sink to the bottom. Hey, do better. I'll pick that up before I leave. Lake is so beautiful. I want to get out on the kayak before the end of the season. Hydrilla. Let's drag it along these rocks here. Nope. not a fish. Okay, we'll let her sink on down. This jacket is hot, but I'm thankful to have it because I do not want to get wet. I've got a yum dinger. I've got yum dingers that I think I'm going to wacky rig. Let's try this up high. And then let it fall. There's a big hole that goes from about there all the way to the other end of that overflow. And I hit the hole. What in the world was that just now? We are wacky rigging a yum dinger. At this point, I'm desperate, right? What a beautiful view. That thunderstorm's rolling over that way. A little bit of sunlight there. The tail of that thunderstorm is there. It's not lightning yet, so I don't feel like I'm in any kind of danger. But we've got some stuff over there, and it's all moving this way. It moves right through that little cutlet. So cutlet? Oh, well then. Looky there. First cast on the new rod. I just bought this rod. I just bought it. This literally have had this for a day. Rod snaps. Snapped. Hey, lose, man. I'm not gonna trash lose, because I could have done something completely wrong. But you saw it. You saw it. Holy cow, man. Gee whiz. It's just not my day. Alright, so we're going to try a Texas rigged Senko or yum dinger or whatever. And I realize it is hastily Texas rigged. I am just very upset. Because I guarantee you I don't have the receipt to that. And I'm going to end up eating that 35, 40 bucks. That sucks, man. I was excited about that rod. I might have the receipt somewhere. Maybe it's in the truck. I don't know. Gosh darn it, that aggravates me. What is that? Is that hydrilla? I don't know. That felt awful fishy. Oh my gosh. What kind of movement have you got going on here? I realize that I'm probably the idiot. That I probably don't have a big enough hook for this, if I had to guess. We're going to keep fighting it here, and then I'm going to switch to wacky rig. And then we'll just kind of go from there. I've got... I hit the steps that you're setting under. I think, I don't know if I have any minnows with me. I'll have to look. They like minnows here. I think every hydrilla, yay. All right, get that off there. All right. This has got a little bit of a cool action to it. It's got a little bit of a, like a woo, 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 woo. So we made it down to the other end, and once again, yes, I'm switching it up. I've got a Z-Man jackhammer. I have a Z-Man jackhammer with an X-Sight Baits crawl on the end. It's not rigged weedless. I'm sure I'll catch nothing but hydrilla or scuzz, whatever this is. This has got to come off. It is too hot out here for this, but it'll be off in case I need to wrap that beast up. So let's get started. And I'm already hooked on a rock. And now my tripod. I am literally hooked on my tripod. What the crap? Ouch. Now I'm stabbing myself. Are you kidding me? What are the odds that I get that jammed right there? Oh my gosh, I fought this thing for 10 minutes. What are the odds that I get that jammed right there? Oh my gosh, I fought this thing for 10 minutes. All right, so let's see what we get here. This is heavy. We'll let it sink to the bottom. This is very fishy here. And we'll just kind of drag it along the bottom. Ooh, this feels nasty. What am I stuck on? Hydrilla, possibly? Yeah. Go figure. Man, I hate this stuff, dude. Man, that stuff sucks. Hey, listen. There you go. Stop being a hijacker, Hydrilla. I'm trying to do something here. What in the world is up with my... We're twisted at the end. Golly, that broken rod's got me, like, messed up right now. And going back to the rod being broke, am I disappointed? Yes. Am I mad? No. You know, you don't know. You know, where I bought it from, you don't know if there were some kids down the aisle playing lightsabers with it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's going to happen. I'll go talk to Walmart. Walmart will probably give me store credit because they know I bought it from there because it's in their system. I don't have a receipt, probably. I don't know. We'll look. I'll check to see if I've got a receipt. If it sounds like I'm upset, it's because I am disappointed. Because I had 3 rods to... I mean, I've got another rod in the truck, I guess, but... it's so frustrating, dude. And this Hydrilla sucked. Got a really cool... That thing is so cool in the water. This Excite Bait stuff is actually pretty neat stuff. I like it. It's actually kind of good. Some of this stuff is... I've got some of their little... some of their salamanders and stuff, and their salamanders move really well in the water. There we go. Hydrilla free. Come on, baby. No, we are not Hydrilla free. What the crap, man? No, we are. It just looks like Hydrilla itself. Oh, no, there's some Hydrilla on it. Ha! Small rumbles of thunder. That's not good. You can see right there where it's coming over and through the little valley there, that it's probably going to give me some trouble here very shortly. But not as much trouble as the Hydrilla is giving me. Whew. This lake is cursed. This lake hates me so much. I'm telling you. My rod breaks. I backlash my Zebco baitcaster so bad that when I finally do get it pulled out, there's a bird's nest in it where I pulled it out. And then as I'm reeling it up, trying to straighten it through my fingers, I get it, the wind blows, and then I get it, so I had to add that, the wind blows, and then I get it wrapped all in the handle. I had to cut off like 20 feet of line, and then I get poked by a hook trying to hook my Zoom fluke back on. It's just time to go home. So we're going to walk back through the bank right here. We're going to walk the bank back towards the truck, lick our wounds, call it a day. Wait a minute. You thought we were done? This is the next day. And as you can see behind me there, we're still under thunderstorms. Matter of fact, I just got a message on the way in here that we are under severe thunderstorm warnings. So that is, that's fun, right? I haven't slept. That's why I look like crap. Of course, I look like crap all the time, but that's why I look like crap today. This is the next day. We went home, we licked our wounds, and then tried to figure out what it was that we did wrong. And I think we were using the wrong bait. Matter of fact, I know we were using the wrong lures. If anything I have learned, match the hatch, man. Match the hatch. And right now, it is late September. It'll be October in a couple days. So we have decided that if we want any type of success, we are going to have to put put our best foot forward and start rocking some minnows. And plus that overflow right there is still looking juicy, and being that there was lightning yesterday, I didn't get a chance to try it out. There's some blue sky right there. There's some blue sky right there. Once that drizzle dies down, we're gonna bring the Osmo back out. So stay tuned. What's up? So I kind of hate this lake, but at the same time, I love this lake because it's so quiet, and it's just, there's hardly ever, during work hours, there's hardly ever anybody around. That's a good thing. But at the same time, it's like this lake is so overfished that it's kind of hard to really catch anything. Strike King homing minnow in the sexy shad color. Let's go ahead and give this a cast. Oh, that was a fish. Let's see if we can't get it back out there. Oh, terrible cast, man. Oh, that was another fish. Yeah, that was the hydrillus right off them rocks right there. You know how I know it was a fish? Look at that tail. That's how I know that we're getting bit. Look at that tail. So I know we're getting bit. So match the hatch, dummy. Number one rule of fishing: match the hatch. Know where you're going. Know what fish eat where you're going. That was hydrilla. These homing minnows look so just helpless, you know? Yeah, that was the hydrillus right off them rocks right there. You know how I know it was a fish? Look at that tail. That's how I know that we're getting bit. Look at that tail. So I know we're getting bit. So match the hatch, dummy. Number one rule of fishing: match the hatch. Hey, we switched sides. I think those are carp out that way, flopping. Oh, we're gonna drag her right by the overflow. We'll go deep around the overflow. This feels so light, almost like I've lost my bait, but I know I haven't because I can see it. Oh, it's because we got caught in the hook. There's no tail whipping around. I couldn't feel the tail because the tail got caught in the hook. That's all right. You see the beautiful storm clouds once again. We are... Oh, it went in the overflow. I would never be able to do that again, ever. You guys know how I cast. I couldn't do that again if you paid me. However, we are back. We didn't lose it. We actually were able to get it right out of that overflow. Thank the Lord. We're gonna cast along the bank, not straight out. Come on, fishy, 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 fishy. I know you're hungry. I know you're hungry, fish. I know you want my homing minnow, fish. We're gonna run it by your face again. There's all kinds of little bait fish in this hydrilla, which I saw that yesterday. Why it never occurred to me to try to, you know, match the hatch yesterday, I don't know. Bank shot. Yeah, that's right. Once again, how many fish can you catch on the bank? Well, don't tell me zero, because I'm going to try. We're going to have a floppy bait here. We're going to leave things down that way and see if we can't cast a little bit further down the bank. I know when this lake gets low, and the past 2 years it has been low when I have fished this lake at this time of year, and there's rocks. You can actually walk clear out. You can actually walk clear out to like about right there at the end of my rod. And there's a bunch of rocks, and there's a bunch of holes in them rocks that I know that there are hiding spots for bass and bluegill. Will we get skunked at the lake? Let's not have that attitude. Let's have the attitude that I am going to go. Oh, that was a rock or hydrilla. Crap. Whoops. Okay, well, we're going to let it sink for a minute. It's not super deep right here. Maybe off the end of that overflow to about right where I threw that thing. It's about 15 or 16 feet deep. They shouldn't be deep right now. They should be honestly cruising the shallows, but honestly, I don't know. And then right here on the inside of the overflow, let me see if I can get it cast right there. Yeah, right there on the inside of the overflow. It's about 10 feet deep right there, and there are a lot of crappie that live in that area. I think that was probably hydrilla. Don't like the homing minnow, huh? You did last time I was here. Man, oh my gosh. Man, I am not having any luck at all. I mean, this lake is such bad luck. What happened? I must have cut my line on the edge of a rock and didn't know it. I need to start checking my line, I guess. I know it wasn't a knot, it was a Palomar knot, and that sounded like a flat-out snap. Oh, why does this lake hate me, Lord? Okay, we're going to go with I don't even know what kind of jig head this is. It is a fin spin, I don't know, with a Strike King swimming minnow. Now, I've had a lot of luck at other locations with this swimming minnow. Let's just see if we can have luck here again. Oh my gosh. And again, clinch knot this time. Not that I think it was my knot that snapped. I believe that it was just, oh yeah, lighter bait. Man, bad luck at this lake. Always. This lake hates me so much. And, you know, I don't know. I fish here a lot, you know. Come on, lake, cut me a break. I've caught not a whole lot of fish at this lake. So it's not like and I'm not the one who takes all the fish out of the lake and eats them, even no matter what size they are. You know, I'm not the one who doesn't listen to regulations. It's not me. Look how cool that thing looks in the water, man. I always have a dream. So I always have this dream. Oh, there was a bluegill that just darted off there. Okay. Up there. Yes. What kind of fish are we going to get up there? Oh. Is this the Lord telling me I need to go down to the overflow real quick? Maybe I'll have better luck down there. Who knows? I do like to listen to him. But I always have this dream that I'm reeling in and I get like caught on this huge fish. Like I get this huge fish. But I can't reel it in. Like I can't. You ever try and run in a dream? When you try to run in a dream, how you can't because your legs just feel like they feel heavy and, you know. Well, that's how I feel about reeling in this dream. Like I land this huge fish, and then when I land this fish, I can't reel it. Like it's almost like my hands are like stuck under the covers, and like I'm trying to reel through the covers, you know. And here comes more rain, more drizzle. Before I put everything, well, I probably ought to put that thing away because I don't know how waterproof it is. I don't know how waterproof these mics are either. So, and I hear it. It's getting ready to be hard rain. So let's, yeah, it's hard rain. Oh, you can hear it coming through the trees there. Let's put stuff away. Look at this lay down right here. Let's see if I can't. Because I know that's got to go out into the waterways, right? And it's about to pour down the rain. We're just gonna reel it slow, keep our rod tip down so that it stays. I need to take this rod apart, or this reel apart, because something is jammed up in here where it's keeping, like, you see that, how it's not real smooth? You probably couldn't see it because I probably didn't look down far enough. Here comes the pouring down rain, which is okay. I'll switch to a topwater. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that is cold rain. Come on, fishy. All right, we're about to switch to some topwater here. Heck yeah, let's switch to topwater. So there's all these bait fish right here. I mean, I know you can't see it, but, or maybe you can, I don't know. You would think that there would be some bass or even bluegill, or they're not going to want to bite that because it's got hydrilla on it that apparently grows right up to the bank. It does. It's right here. I'm calling it hydrilla, but who really knows what it's called? I've seen it called so many things, but I would think that. But has anybody ever had dreams like that before, where you can't run, or you're catching a reel, or like, what is like a big thing for you in that aspect? Yes, I have dreams where I can't run away from things, and yes, I have dreams, but I have this dream all the time. Look at all these bait fish, man. Bluegill. Never thought I'd be so happy to see a bluegill. Man, we really need to go down to that overflow, I think. I cannot believe I don't have any interest on anything today. I didn't have any interest on anything yesterday. Right along the bank there. I don't even care if it's a dink. I want to catch something. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to catch a giant, massive, just 10-pound hog. Of course, everybody would. But, and yes, I understand that I am walking right along the edge, and that has a tendency, hey, hello. Got some ankle breakers here, man. Let's break an ankle so we can't work out, dummy. Working out, see, it used to be, I used to have this mentality where it was like, hey, maybe if I break a bone, I won't have to go to work. But now, my mentality has changed where it's like, if I hurt myself, I can't work. Oh, there was one chasing it. If my let me see if I can't cast it just out that way a little bit, see if we can't get him to chase it again. Man, my mentality is like, if I break a wrist, or I break an ankle or something, I can't work out. Working out's one of my favorite things to do, man. It's completely changed my life, It's like, seriously, and I'm not encouraging, I'm encouraging you, if you are, let's real slow. If you have the ability, do it. If you have the will and the want, and you're just kind of like, I'll start, No, start. Honestly, start. It is amazing how much it's changed my life and how much better I feel. Like and I'm not going to lose weight. I'm not going to do anything other than just try and feel better. You know what I mean? And have I put on muscle? Yeah, I've put on muscle. But have I put on muscle to the point where I'm, I feel, I'm a big muscly man. You feel like you are. You feel like this incredible, just, but you're not. Even if you're not, I still feel good about myself, I encourage to work out. Oh. Did I stir something up? Maybe I did. Maybe I stepped on a rock and look at all these rocks, man. All this out here at this edge, where there could be all these bass hiding, looking to ambush all of these little bait fish that come out. Like, here, bait fish, bait fish, bait fish, come out and eat. Or come out and it's safe, I promise you. We're not here. Fish are friends, not food. And then bam! Let's get back to talking about working out. You know, I feel so much better in life. You know, I've got a lot more confidence just in me and being around other people. You know, I have a lot of social anxiety. And it's really kind of helped my mental state. You know, no, I'm not saying go work out 5 and 6 days a week. I do. But I'm not saying that's something that you have to do. I'm just saying that, oh, what was that? Oh, it was a rock. Okay. I mean, that's something that I do. But I'm not saying you have to do that. Start with like 2 days a week, you know. And then do that every day for like 2 weeks. And then eventually it'll eventually become a habit and you're going to feel better. I promise you. It has helped my mental health dramatically. It has helped my physical health. Like, I was one of those people that when I got up off of the floor, like if I had to lay down on the floor to, you know, play with the dog or get up under my entertainment center to plug something in, I was one of those people that when I got up, like it was a process to get off the floor. And no longer. It is no longer a process to get off the floor. I feel so much better. Got a message on the phone. There's lightning in my vicinity, so we are headed back to the truck. We'll sit there, wait for a little while, and then once we're sure the lightning is gone, I'm not coming all the way down here. We're gonna hit the down here at the bottom of the overflow and see if we can't catch anything down there. I've got some micro baits and some micro stuff and some bright colored stuff and some dark colored stuff in the truck, and then we'll head down there. We're gonna go down to this overflow here and fish for a few minutes, but I do need to talk to you guys and tell you guys about something I saw, something I'm not happy with. Not that I'm the gatekeeper of anything, but you know, to the people that just stopped here a few minutes ago, they talked to me for a few minutes while we were waiting out the thunderstorm. It's been about 45 minutes later. You come in here and talk to me like you want to be my buddy and all this and that, which is fine. I appreciate you for doing that kind of stuff. But then, while you're talking to me, your buddy gets out with a Walmart bag, walks down over the hill, because where you park you can't see like some of the bank, but he walks down over the hill, doesn't come back with that Walmart bag. Now why? Not Walmart bag, Dollar General bag actually. Now why would you walk down over the hill and throw your trash away in the lake? It doesn't make any sense. Go to the house. Go to the house. There's a gas station literally 5 miles down the road. Throw it away there. I don't understand it, man. I don't. I'll never for the life of me understand people that litter. I don't even leave my tag-ins from my extra fishing line on the ground. I put it in my pocket, take it home and throw it away, or I throw it in the truck. My truck is full. I look like I live out of my truck because of all the fishing stuff that's in it. So, let's be better. You know, let's... Why are we this way? Why? Case in point, watch this. See how I'm cutting this extra thing off my rooster tail? See, it's gone. See this? In my pocket. Not hard. It's not hard. The overflow pipe is slippery, of course. We're going to throw this rooster tail out there and over in the rocks, and then hopefully it's going to get stuck and we're not going to be able to get it back. So I don't recommend standing on a slippery surface when you're out here and you don't know how deep this is and all that kind of stuff. So oh man, this water is super murky. Okay, so we're dragging bottom. So it's really not very deep at all. As you can probably see by the grass and stuff over there. People have tried fishing this, as you can see the bobber. Okay, I would just start going overhand with our casts. I bet you, see, I can see the blades of grass right there. I would almost guarantee it's probably just inches deep right there. But you can see people that go back through there. I mean, I don't know if you can see that orange bobber hanging right there. Money. Okay, what in the world am I caught on? Grass, and I had a leaf. Okay, so right before the end, I'm going to switch to a topwater frog. I have a small topwater frog. Let's switch to that, and then I'm going to call it a day. Little booyah pad crasher here. Mini booyah pad crasher. I'm telling you, there's nothing in here. Right into the leaf. And the swivel has got me upside down. Where are you going? It was just a mosquito. Calm down. Since we're right here, let's I don't know where you were going. Let's I can hear he's upside down because of my swivel. One more cast in there and we're done. Because the thunderstorm is getting closer, I think. All right. Well, that is going to do it for the overflow. You know, I think it's just, I don't know if it's too murky or muddy or, you know, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how to fish. Yeah, we got beat again. This time I think it was more the weather that beat us than anything else. Yesterday the weather beat us. Today the weather beat us. Just lightning is not something that I am willing to mess with. I don't think anybody should be willing to mess with lightning. And when I was fishing the overflow down there right at the end, when you guys ran, why did you guys run? It was just a mosquito. Where were you going anyway? There was lightning, and I was ignoring lightning and thunder, and then it's one of those things where you kind of get to the point where it's like, how stupid am I right now? I don't know why I try and do everything right. You know, you match the hatch, and you try and use the right colors, and you try and use the right bait or right lures, and then you just wind up with nothing. But you know, I say it every time, and it's literally not to make myself feel better. It's because it's beautiful outside. You know, it's about to get cold. It's about to get miserable. It's about to get no fun at all. And so I am enjoying these last days of this warm weather while I can. One fish. We have caught one fish in the past 3 videos, and I appreciate you so much. For the people that are watching, thank you. Thank you for coming and watching me fail. Hopefully, my failure helps you feel better. With all that being said, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for coming and watching me catch nothing and just kind of listening to the commentary, because that's honestly all we're doing. But one day we'll get on them, and one day it'll be left and right, I promise. Thanks for coming and hanging out. If you liked it, make sure you like it. And if you want to keep coming out and hanging out, and you want to keep doing this with me, hey, subscribe. I'm going to try and post something to try and hang out with you all winter. Even if we're not fishing, I've got other things I want to do. I got mods and stuff I want to add to my kayak that, yes, I promise, does exist. I know I keep mentioning it, but it does exist. I've got fishing lure painting that I want to do. I like to do that with the airbrush, and I take the fishing lure blanks and stuff like that and paint them. I've got other stuff that I could do. I got homestead videos. There's ideas, but I know that fishing is the main reason that you're here, and catching fish is hopefully not, because we don't do that very often. But once again, thanks for coming in and hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.